Yo, what's up, y'all? GZTV back with another video. I'm at kind of a weird angle here. I don't know what the fuck happens. Like, okay, something like that. I don't know. I want to have the fucking Christmas tree in the background, so that's why I'm doing this. Like this. But then I'm off screen. All right, just deal with this for the night. You know, we got my boy Caesar's little piece on tonight. It's glistening. I had to show my boy some support. You know, we got it on. We got the shit on. It's too bright to even focus. But we're gonna talk about some games tonight. It's Christmas season. You guys see me. We got that tree in the background right there. But yeah, all the close games we're gonna talk about. So let's get right into it. We are going to talk about the Cavaliers and Celtics game. My Celtics, man, we got into a pretty close one there. Celtics improved to 12-0 at home behind Jason Tatum's 27 points and a 9-point win over the Cavs. Yeah, great scoring for both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, obviously doing their parts, playing good basketball. Porzingis had some nice dunks early in the game. Jason Tatum, great defense. Jaylen Brown just being a bucket maker. I don't know. Kristaps Porzingis, just a good at the rim player. Yeah, shout out to Jaylen Brown, shout out to Tatum, shout out to Porzingis. Yeah, 31 for Donovan Mitchell. He shot 50%, so shout out to Donovan. He played pretty good. 26 off the bench for Karis LeVert, who shot 50% from three. He kind of caught fire in the third quarter there. I will say, man, again, like Dean Wade being in their starting lineup is definitely hurting this team a little bit. I think they're still having a good season, but man, they need Evan Mobley back. Evan Mobley is a huge loss for this team and bigger than what a lot of people would have thought. So yeah, looking at the Celtics, Jason Tatum, 27 and 11. He shot 30% from three. 22 for Jaylen Brown, who shot 40% from three, 50% overall. Good game for the Boston Celtics. And no Kanye album tonight, so you guys aren't getting a video on that tomorrow. I might just scrap this Halliburton video. But depending on what happens in 2K, I might honestly give you guys a Jason Tatum gameplay, but I don't know. I kind of need to get back to doing my NBA stuff because you guys liked that. Moving on to the Bulls and Heat game. Shout out to the Bulls, man. They're definitely not a good team, but they're looking kind of good right now. The Bulls ran out to a huge lead. Then they barely hung on, though, to beat the Heat by 8. The Chicago Bulls started the night by doing something their franchise hadn't seen since the Michael Jordan era. Like, this was a super dominant start to the game. Crazy moves into passes for DeMar DeRozan. Jimmy Butler was facilitating. Caleb Martin was facilitating. Duncan Robinson facilitating. A lot of good ball movement in this game. I don't know who the hell Jamal Cain is for the Heat, though. He was playing good defense. I don't know. Bulls just figured out how to get it done. I mean, 23 for DeMar DeRozan. He shot 33% from three. 24 and 12 for Vooch off of 40% three-point shooting. 26 and 11, man. I'm really happy for Kobe White right now. His ascension is looking great, and it's something that I don't think a lot of people are going to talk about necessarily. So it's nice for me to kind of talk about it on the channel here. 24 for Ayo Dosunmu off the bench, having one of the best games of his NBA career, shooting 75% from three. I've been waiting for Ayo Dosunmu. Obviously, I'm from Illinois, so it's kind of cool to see a U of I guy play good there. I've been kind of waiting for a little bit for him to have a good game. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Bulls. They played good. I mean, and on the other side, 20 for Jimmy Butler, 17 and 11 for Cody Martin. Is it Caleb or Cody? It's Caleb, right? It's Caleb. He shot 75% from three. 22 off the bench for Jaime Jaquez. Jaime Jaquez continuing to play really well in his rookie campaign. But losing Bam Adebayo is a really big deal for the Heat because with Bam Adebayo, you got so much consistency. And when you're playing even a decent team, then it's going to be a problem not having Bam out there. Like, Orlando Robinson's just not it. I'm not even sure why they started him when they have Thomas Bryant off the bench. Like, Thomas Bryant should easily get minutes over him, but it's whatever. I don't make the rules there. Moving on to the Jazz and Trailblazers. This was a pretty solid game. Colin Sexton and Fontecchio lead the shorthanded Jazz to an 8-point win over the Trailblazers. Great scoring for Colin Sexton and Simone Fontecchio. Obviously, the Trailblazers have been struggling all season. We kind of expected that out of them. They're not that good of a team. THT was going crazy. Good dunks. Scoot Henderson was getting some dunks. He was hitting some tough shots all game. I mean, Jabari Walker was dunking it. It was a dunk fest. A lot of tough shots, a lot of dunks in this game. It was a nitty-gritty game. Yeah, unfortunate loss for the Heat there. I just got done talking about them, actually. There were some pretty good games tonight, though, I will say. The NBA provided us with a pretty good slate. But yeah, Fontecchio, he had 24 points. He didn't miss a single three. 10 and 10 for Walker Kessler. 27 for Colin Sexton off of 40% three-point shooting. Yeah, my Celtics won. It was getting scary at first because Karis LeVert started catching fire, but got it done. Yeah, I mean, 23 for THT. Just a good team win for the Jazz. No Lauri Markkanen. He came back for one game, just dipped. I'm not really sure what he was doing there, but I mean, Scoot Henderson off the bench. I mean, he's had a bad start to his rookie campaign, but 23 and 10, you got to give it to the guy. Matisse Thybulle played pretty awful. I don't know, man. Matisse Thybulle didn't play great. Why? I don't know. It's weird. They have a little too many guards there. I feel like maybe Malcolm Brogdon could have been in the mix in the starting lineup. Their guard situation is weird, but I don't know if I really see Matisse Thybulle starting on this team. I guess they don't have Jeremy Grant. Even Jabari Walker could start at the 3 or something. I don't know. Or the 4 even. I don't know what they should do. But moving on to the Thunder and the Kings. Tough loss for the Thunder. Down the stretch, they just weren't able to hit any shots. De'Aaron Fox scores 41 points. The Kings beat the Thunder by 5. Yeah, man, great scoring for De'Aaron Fox. Shai Gilgeous led the way for the Thunder, but it obviously wasn't enough. They collapsed late in the game. That's all I'm going to say about it. I mean, they just weren't really shot makers, I got to make this smaller because it's like taking up the whole screen. De'Aaron Fox, just a shot maker. Isaiah Joe was hitting some tough ones. Shai, Malik Monk hitting some threes. Trey Lyle is even doing a little facilitating for the Kings tonight. Shai had 43 and lost. I mean, the Thunder are going back to their old ways, it seems. I mean, it's not a bad loss, but at least Shai had 14 and 11 and shot 50%. I guess that's the least we could say. I don't know. J-Dub, Jalen Williams, he played awful. He couldn't buy a bucket, couldn't make a single shot. When you see a guy like that struggling, you almost would rather see a guy like Ousmane Dieng get in there and get some minutes over him. But whatever, I guess. We're going to run with it. Yeah. The Kings, 18 and 16 for DeMontis. He shot 50% from 3. You get a 41 piece out of De'Aaron Fox, who shot, I think, like 56% from the field. Good stuff there. DeMontis and De'Aaron once again leading the way for the Kings, who are looking a little shaky to start the season compared to where they finished last season, but they've figured some things around. And the game I really want to talk about is the Warriors and Clippers. Because, man, oh man, the Clippers are looking good. And it's funny, they're such a memeable team. Everyone seems like a super team to get together, and they're like, oh, let's just clown them because they suck. But they've won the last 5 or 6 games, I think. Like, they're a good... Why does my camera look crunchy? My lighting's not good right now, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe it's the live stream. Maybe it's the latency in my house. I really don't know, to be fair with you. But let me look. It don't look that bad. Come on, man. It doesn't look as bad as it could look. I'll get some better lighting eventually, and we'll improve it. But yeah, Warriors, Clippers. James Harden scores his 25,000th point. He leads the streaking Clippers past a slumping Warriors. So 2 teams kind of on the opposite side of the NBA spectrum. They won by 8. Yeah, man. Harden scored the ball, passed the ball, rebounded, played defense. This was one of the most well-rounded games we've seen out of Harden in a minute. Kawhi was scoring the rock, grabbing boards. Yeah. Good passing for James Harden. Chris Paul was passing the ball around. Amir Coffey was hitting some tough shots. He was pretty big in this game. He's kind of new to the lineups, the starting lineup. Kawhi Leonard was hitting some tough shots, finishing some alley-oops. Yeah, the Clippers just got they took care of business. That's all there is to it. I mean, the Warriors, all they had was a 30-point performance for Clay, who shot 67% from three. Great game for him. I mean, 60% overall shooting. I usually like to have Looney as the scapegoat, but I'm going to say that Podziemski starting might have been a little too much of a leap. I feel like Moses Moody definitely would have been more fitting in the starting lineup. Or don't play three guards and go a little bigger, you know. I don't know, start Andrew Wiggins? Andrew Wiggins played... I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. They lost the game, I guess. It is what it is. Podziemski didn't play super well. I mean, he did little things in between, but in terms of scoring the rock, he was not a... 27 for Kawhi off of 50% three-point shooting. James Harden, 28 and 15 off of 50% shooting. I think he had like 4 blocks. Insane. Good game for Harden. 21 off the bench for Norman Powell. I mean, those three just put in work for the squad, and yeah. Couple announcements before I get out of here. I was going to review the Kanye album if it dropped tonight, and obviously you guys know Kanye. He's not going to drop on time. So if he drops late tonight, I wake up to the album coming out. I'll probably listen to it tomorrow and record that, and then post the video tomorrow, or the day after for the Saturday video. Because if not, I'll probably watch like the Barbie movie or like a new movie and then review it, something like that. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's GZTV. As always, giving you guys... I can put people in timeout, so that's interesting. I don't know why YouTube just notified me of that, but I'm out, guys. Have a good rest of your night. It probably looks like